Once upon a time, in a faraway land known as Colorado, a beautiful animal roamed the countryside, where day in and day out, it balanced the ecosystem. Traveling in packs, these predators moved with stealth, darting in and out of the shadows as they stalked the seemingly endless herds of deer, elk, and bison. The unbroken wilderness stretched further than the raven could fly, and as alphas took claim over territories of their own, it seemed this way of life would last forever. It was good to be a wolf. Then through a series of unfortunate events, the westward expansion of pioneers, the decimation of native species like buffalo, and the introduction of domestic animals like cattle, life for a wolf changed. All of a sudden, everyone was afraid of the big, bad wolf. Humans quickly decided that wolves were bloodthirsty, villainous killers that must be destroyed. And this inaccurate narrative cast a long, dark shadow that these animals could not control, could not rewrite, and could not escape. According to Parks and Wildlife, the last gray wolves were eradicated from Colorado in the late 1930s, and have not roamed this wilderness since. Today is a new day, and with our help, that is going to change. As a child, I would dream of wolves often, with the vision that I would one day witness a pack running swiftly through a dense forest, on the hunt and in hot pursuit of their next meal. It's a dream that is yet to come true, and for many years, the Brave Wilderness team and I have been trying to capture a meaningful episode that centers around the plight of these incredible canids. The Colorado Wolf and Wildlife Center is located roughly 2 hours outside of Denver. All of their animals are rescues, and their mission is to educate the public about the ecological importance of wolves, coyotes, and foxes.
I'm really excited. This is going to be the first time in my life that I've entered an enclosure with wolves. I'm going to get to meet the wolves at some point, and then the ultimate payoff will be us actually feeding some of the wolves a deer carcass. Several days ago, Darlene and her team acquired a deer that was hit by a car, and we're going to get the chance to place that carcass in an enclosure, enter it, and watch and film these wolves actually do what it is that they do. Wolves eating. This is going to be an epic day.
Today I will be working with founder and CEO, Darlene Kababble. Early in her life, Darlene was terrified of wolves due to their misrepresentation in popular culture.
Are you a good girl? My love for wolves started a long time ago, actually by rescuing a wolf dog from a shelter that was going to be euthanized. And when I rescued her, she actually became my inspiration of wanting to be a voice for wolves. This has been a long journey to get to this point here. My heart and soul goes into wanting to be a voice for wolves, and excited about one day getting them back out into the wild.
Through this relationship, Darlene overcame her fears and recognized that her path in life was to not only rescue wolves, but to help others see them in a positive light. My goal is to do the same. I have no fear around wolves. I'm genuinely excited to work with these animals, and I definitely want to make a good first impression. To prepare for this moment, Darlene suggested that I get to know some of the center's other ambassadors. So in the days leading up to my wolf encounter, I was given the chance to work with a pair of red foxes, where I witnessed their clever tactics for outwitting a human.
Hi, how are you? Look at this.
The same cleverness that would be exemplified by a wolf.
That's cool, right? Oh, all right, there he goes. He's got my glove. Let's see what happens. No. Look who got their glove back. Oh, I got it.
After that, Darlene introduced me to a coyote. Posturing and tone play a crucial role in deciding an animal's acceptance of humans. And in just a matter of minutes, I was able to earn the Coyote's trust.
This is amazing. Amazing. I thought it was going to take so much longer for him to get comfortable. He must know that I'm one of his friendly cousins.
This was a huge step for me and demonstrates that even a timid animal felt comfortable in my presence. By successfully interacting with these smaller canids, Darlene is now confident that I am ready to advance to the next level, entering an enclosure with wolves. The gray wolf is considered the largest of the canids. Males can reach 150 pounds, and while they do grow larger than the females, a lady wolf only weighs in at around 90 pounds. My first encounter will be with a wolf known as Arunda. Like all wolves, Arunda is always on high alert, with her senses firing on all cylinders. Front-facing eyes provide an incredible field of vision with highly tuned depth perception. Ears perked, this wolf can hear sound frequencies from many miles away and can detect a multitude of sounds human ears cannot. But Arunda's most powerful tool is her nose, which contains roughly 300 million olfactory receptors, making her sense of smell 40 times greater than that of a human. I mention these senses because they immediately allow Arunda to tune in with foreign objects, like cameras and bearded strangers, that are about to enter her home.
Now, Darlene said I need to take off the majority of my outer clothing. That's so that the wolves don't grab onto my hood. As you can see, this jacket has some fur on it, which looks like a great thing for a wolf to grab onto and play with. And they're extremely powerful. The last thing I want to happen is for a wolf to grab me and start dragging me somewhere. So I'm gonna also take off this vest, and then I'm gonna put on my Wolf Warrior in Training vest. Now, Darlene did also say to take off my hat because the wolves may take it, but it's keeping my head warm right now, so I think we'll just see what happens. And I think at this point, I'm ready to enter into the enclosure and become one of the wolf pack. Here we go, a coyote meeting wolves. All right, Darlene, I'm geared up. I kept the hat on. If they take the hat, I feel like I'll be okay with it.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, so through here?
Yes, are you ready?
Yeah, I think I'm ready.
All righty.
I'm excited.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you in first, then I'm gonna shut the door after you.
Okay.
It's a double gate system.
Okay.
Secure. All right, so this is our second gate here. It's a big step down, so be real careful. It's icy out here in January. Okay, so the white one up there, our little Arctic wolf, his name, he's a male, is Aisha.
Hi, Aisha.
And then we have Arunda, that's over here.
All right.
That's the female. There she is. So she probably likes you to get down on her level there.
Okay.
As you can see, there's some deer fur that you're sitting in right there. And palm up with her. Oh, she's giving you some kisses.
All right. Hi, how are you? How are you? This is amazing. My first face-to-face encounter with the wolf. I see your paw. It's so big. Wow, it's amazing being right next to a wolf like this. They're a lot bigger than you would think, especially those paws. I'm just letting her check me out right now. Yeah, I see. Is it okay for me to be in here? Now, what's the best way for me to seem submissive to this wolf, Darlene?
Always be down on her level.
Okay.
And when you go to pet them, you want under the chin instead of on top of the head.
Okay.
Because she can see your hand that way.
Okay.
Because it can make them nervous if you're going over the top up. Good
So
girl.
how old is she?
She is 2 years of age.
Okay.
So she's pretty much still a pup.
How are you?
Those beautiful yellow eyes that she has.
But she's pretty much full size right now, correct?
Yeah, she is. She has her full winter coat on. Weight on her would probably be around 80 pounds.
Okay.
78, 80 pounds. And she is a gray wolf, or also known as timber wolf.
Yep.
Gray wolf and timber wolf, same thing. Just depends on where you live and what you call them.
I would say she's the most quintessential look. When you think wolf,
Yes.
she is sort of that perfect color design. And they come in multiple different color phases. There's like this gray mixture, black, white. Is there any other that mix in there as well?
You know, your typical is going to be what we call a silver gray, like what you see there. They can be in shades of black, black and sort of a cream. They can have some reddish tones in there, but that is your most typical. When you think of a gray wolf or a timber wolf, that's sort of what you think of.
Arunda.
Arunda.
So is there a key word or phrase that you use to bring her in closer to you ever?
She likes high-pitched voices. And if you say treats really high, she definitely is treat motivated.
Okay.
So she likes that as well. And she knows I have a couple in my pocket.
I see.
And so she's checking you out. And she said, oh, there's something else fuzzy
she's got
there.
My hood.
No.
She's got my hood.
She wants something fuzzy. So I'm going to try to. Yep. So what you want to do is make sure that she's not getting behind your neck there because she'll want to steal them.
Yeah.
Oh, she said, I'll give you a kiss. So,
now, I did grow out this beard just for you guys.
no, none of that.
What is she saying with that little growl there?
She's saying that she doesn't want you to lay down. She wants you to set up like that.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's probably wanting your jacket, and so she's saying, I want that jacket.
I see.
She could be a little bit nervous because there's a lot of people in here who don't know what's going on, and I have meat treats, and she's wanting that and not wanting you to take it away from her. And that could be...
That is the full wolf kiss there.
Yes, it is. And I'm glad that she has good breath, and she hasn't ate a roadkill deer.
Yes.
So I'll bring her over here. See how fast she is?
Yeah.
Here you go.
Okay. There you go. Oh, yeah. It makes you nervous to feed a wolf pieces of meat. You don't want your finger to end up in there, so as soon as she goes for it, I try to keep my hand...
That's calling eat like a wolf.
Yeah, eating like a wolf. It's amazing how fast she's...
Very fast, and you've got to be very careful with your fingers.
Yep.
So very fast. There we go.
There we go.
That's gone that quick.
Yeah, I see what you're doing. We're letting her kind of like dig in like that a little bit. I'm a little nervous that she might grab onto my thumb.
The way she is right now, I would probably just do a flat hand there. And what I'm trying to do is get her away so you can sort of just see how quick she is, and if it falls on the ground, let her go. Let her pick it up. Yes.
Yeah. That definitely gets your heart racing a little bit. As soon as she lunges like that, and you can just see, I mean, the power and the strength and the speed it's just incredible.
It is.
I can imagine what it would be like to see wolves in the wild, a pack of them taking down something like a moose. You think about how big an ungulate like that is and how they work together as a team to bring something down. Just being this close, seeing that power within this proximity, you can understand how they're able to move so quickly to throw that animal off balance, be able to work together as a team to then take down larger prey.
Absolutely. Good girl.
Now, when it comes to the pack structure here within the individual enclosures, I noticed that there's 2 wolves per enclosure. Now, are they both considered alphas within their own little domain?
What happens is we try to pair them up, usually in a male-female combination there. I have had up to a 6-pack together, but because you've changed all the dynamics in a captive situation, that does change. Whereas out in the wild, they can disperse from a pack. In captivity, that doesn't happen. And so eventually it keeps dwindling down to where you have 2 compatible pair.
Well, I think we've had the great chance to be up close and personal with the wolf. And now, as I understand it, you guys actually have a roadkill deer that we'll be able to bring into one of the enclosures and actually see how wolves eat.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, I think I'm ready. If you're ready,
yes,
let's feed some wolves.
Let's do that.
The wolf is considered to be one of the most intelligent and resilient animals on the planet. So how is it that they are struggling to avoid extinction? The answer is simple: humans. Wolf populations have declined due to no weakness of their own, but instead, these animals have been the victim of ruthless persecution. To date across the world, wolves have been eradicated from almost all of their original range. In the United States alone, they now only occupy 10% of their former range. Overhunting for the fur trade, eradication by ranchers who are protecting their livestock, and deforestation are just a few examples of what have driven wolves toward extinction.
So here's what's happening. This is the first time a film crew has ever gone in with a roadkill deer to film wolves. The 2 wolves whose enclosure we're entering are actually the wildest wolves on the property. So we're trying to make sure we're taking all the proper safety precautions before going through with this exercise. As you can see, we have a mule deer here in this wheelbarrow. The deer was struck by a car, and this is great. This is great enrichment for the wolves. This is completely natural food for them to be eating. But like I said, this is the first time anyone will have entered an enclosure with these wolves to do a filming like this. So we got to make sure we get everything right. This is gonna be wild. All right, here we go. Ready? entering into the first gate here. This is it. All right, Darlene, I'll have you open the gate. I'm gonna need to try to move as quick as I can to get the carcass up on the hillside before the wolves converge in on it.
So you have Rockshaw here. He's probably
Okay.
going to be your one that's going to take it quicker than her.
Okay.
Because she's up at the top. So he's one that we'll have to watch out for. So it's
Okay.
the male.
Great. Here we go. Pulling a mule deer carcass into an enclosure of wolves. All right, let's go. All right, now go ahead, you follow me. I'm bringing it up. Dinner served, boys and girls. Okay. Now what we want to do is just stay a safe distance back, and the wolves are coming straight in for the carcass. Here we go. Don't want to make them feel as if they're being challenged at all. Look at that. This wolf is so incredibly powerful. This is a small deer, right? A single wolf can pull a 150-pound deer up a hill like this. Okay, as the wolves begin to pull it, we can slowly follow to get closer. And you can see the male, the alpha male, is very much going to be the first one to feed. In the pack mentality, it's always the alphas that are going to be the first one to feast. You have the female, she's the black one, running up in the background there. They're a little cautious at the moment because we have cameras in the enclosure. I see you, big boy. You're good. That's for you. That's for you. Enjoy. That's dinner. That's all you. That's pretty nerve-wracking right there. Okay. Beautiful. Let's see where the wolf takes the carcass, and then we can set up and determine how we're gonna film this. Okay, I see you. I'm gonna move down slowly like this. First order of business for a wolf is to start removing that hair. They will eat some of the hair, and it works as fiber through their system to remove any bone particles or parasites within the organs. He says the alpha male, he's taken charge of the situation. The female, she's very skittish right now. She notices that there's other people within the enclosure, but as she gets more comfortable, she'll come down and also start feeding. When a pack of wolves makes a kill, whether it's a deer, an elk, or a moose, they need to try to consume the meat as quickly as possible. There are many other vandals that will come in and steal a kill. Wolves in the northernmost range of their territory have to face things like grizzly bears and wolverines. Even something as small as a wolverine will come in and chase an entire pack of wolves off of its kill. So they want to eat as quickly as they possibly can, then they'll rip stuff apart and then take it away and stash it. I see you. That's my gift from me to you. Enjoy that deer. You're just kind of testing the limits right now, right? Walking away, making sure, okay, you're not going to get any closer, are you? This is my deer. If you think you're going to get closer, I'll show you what a wolf can do to a coyote. So we've backed off even further from the carcass, which has opened up that level of comfort for the female. She's come down now, and she's just eating some of the scraps. Now, some interesting little behavior there. Female came in and she was like, I'm gonna start eating. You see the alpha male is definitely taking control of the situation.
By displaying his teeth and snapping, it may look as if Raksha is being overly aggressive toward Chakra, but he's not. He is visually saying, let me have my fill, you will get your turn. This is common, everyday behavior for wolves, and despite the fact that it looks scary, it really shouldn't be.
I have been witness to some pretty cool animal encounters, but I don't think anything tops getting to feed wolves a mule deer carcass. I'm Coyote Peterson. Be brave. Stay wild. We'll see you on the next adventure.
What if I told you that everything you thought you knew, that everything you feared about wolves, was nothing more than a poorly written narrative constructed over 100 years ago? Think about that. What if the story has been wrong the entire time? Consider this. Of the 100 million cattle raised in the United States every year, do you know how many fall prey to wolves? 0.01%. Do you want to know how many humans have been killed by wolves in the past century? 2. This planet needs wolves more than any of us will ever understand. And most of us will never do a single thing to edit the wrongful narrative that has been written. Are you afraid of the big bad wolf? If so, go and visit the Colorado Wolf and Wildlife Center. I challenge you to face your fears, and I promise you will walk away with a newfound respect and a feeling in your heart that can only be achieved once you've looked into the eyes of a wolf. As a child, I dreamed of one day encountering wolves in the wild, and it's a dream I hope comes true in Colorado. If you live in this beautifully wild state, please support Bill 114, as this initiative will allow for the reintroduction of wolves into the wild and will put paws on the ground by 2023. We can't rewrite the past, but for the love of wolves, we can change their future. To help us bring wolves back to Colorado, click on the link in the video description below and visit the Rocky Mountain Wolf Project. Hey Coyote Pack, if you missed my earlier encounters with the canids of Colorado, make sure to go back and watch the episode where I finally came face to face with one of my long-lost cousins. And don't forget, subscribe and ring the dinner bell so that you can make friends with a coyote before the team and I head out on our next wild adventure.
What a good boy. Ah, this is amazing.
Hi, very nice. Good boy.
Hi, Wiley.
Good boy.
Buddy.
Okay.